Hi, Kerry Garrison with 888 VoIP Store. And today we're going to take a look at some of the Valcom products. The first one we're going to start off with is the 172L series. This is a kind of a door intercom system. It's IP based, so it's pretty easy to integrate into your existing network and IP PBX platform. Now it looks relatively simple. There's just a couple of components to it that you need to be aware of before just trying to plug it in and hope for the best. So I want to kind of walk you through the process of how you would generally get one of these going. As I said, it's a door intercom. So it's got a call button on the front that can be used to dial an auto set destination. So it can pre-ring into a ring group or even an extension. And on the back has an RJ45 connector and a terminal block for going out to a relay. Well, the RJ45 connector is not for the Ethernet connection. It actually goes back to the network interface box. So you have power over Ethernet can come into here to power this unit. Then you have an output to go to the unit itself. Now with most systems like this, and even this one, you can hook the relay up to a door mechanism so you can send a dial command back to open that relay and unlock the door. The problem with most of those is that all you have to do is pry this unit off and you have access to the door. Just short it out, door's going to open. What Valcom's done is they take this a step further, because you can come off of the network interface box into this small secondary relay. And from here, you go out to the door unit. This allows you to put the actual relay mechanism somewhere isolated and protected away from that doorway. So even if someone broke this open and got to the wires, there's no way of triggering the relay. So this makes for a much higher security level than most of the units that are on the market today. So the system comes with the intercom unit itself, the network interface, the relay, and a couple of telco biscuits to help plug everything in. Now, setting it up, not that difficult. Like I said, we're going to take power over Ethernet and plug it in to our relay box. We're going to connect into the door plate and then connect this into the speaker. At this point, we're ready to configure it. Now, you can't just browse to it like you can some SIP devices. You have to use their software tool to do that. So we'll come over here to the computer and we'll run the solution setup tool. And this is just a free download you get from Valcom's website. And when you get this unit, it has a link to that software on a slip for you. So it's pretty easy to find. So as you can see, once you scan the network, you can see the different devices that are on the network. The first time you set it up, you're going to have to define an IP range for your Valcom IP devices, and that's going to make setting up additional devices real simple. I've already done that, and I've scanned the network, and I found a couple of the devices that I have plugged in here, and this is the door buzzer. So once I've scanned this particular device, set up an IP address on it, then I can go through and start defining it. So I give it a device name, I set it to Pacific time, I can change the network settings, set it to use DHCP if I want, the talkback options for how long I want the activation time in seconds, transmit delay. You go to the channels, which we're really not going to mess with this unless we wanted to adjust the input and output volume. The input on this device is going to be the call switch. So if someone presses the call switch on the device, then we can take an activity on it. All the Valcom units can be part of a channel group, so you can have them all page at the same time. So very handy for emergencies. And then we go to the SIP tab, and this is where we set it up based on how we set up an extension in our IP PBX. So I've got my phone number and authentication name are my extension number, my secret is my SIP password, my SIP server, and my SIP port information. Now, this last one here, the auto destination, this is the number that's going to be called when you press the call switch. So right now, it's set up to one of my extensions. If I press it, it's going to ring that extension. If someone answers that extension, then we'll be able to talk back and forth through the speaker here. So you can see it's not that difficult to set up these devices. You do have to use the Valcom setup tool. So as you can see, it's fairly simple to set up the Valcom units. You just have to use their solution setup tool, which works under Windows, and it's pretty much setting up like any other SIP extension. Once you have them up and running, they're pretty seamless to get working. So again, this was the 172L. This is the stainless steel model. There's also a brass model and a high security model, but they all come with the extra relay so that you can put this somewhere else and not have to worry about someone getting to those relays right behind the switch. So this has been Kerry Garrison with 888 VoIP Store. Thanks for watching.